Hello, friends. Did we have a new moon? Did I say it would activate kind of like in an eclipse and shake stuff up? Does Speaker Pelosi have an astrologer? I mean, seriously. So, Everyday Witch, what do we have on the top here? King of Wands, reversed. Oh, that's a Putin or MBS reversed. Okay, so Speaker Pelosi decided to have a vote today. Schedule a vote on impeachment rules for this week. This was after the new moon last night, which was at 4 degrees Scorpio. And last week, I think it was in the first new moon Scorpio video that I did, I was saying this is going to be a jolt because from the new moon eclipse on July 2nd, it was going to be like a jolt, a wake up to Donald. Because at this eclipse, one thing was with the death of Baggs, all this activity with Mars and his secret was in the 12th house of hidden secrets, hidden enemies. And that once we would have this new moon eclipse, this new moon in Scorpio, that the sun at that exact same time would move into the first house. Donald could no longer behave secretly. Everything he was doing would be out in the open. And we got a preview of that last night with the booze, right? This is what we really think of you, because the first house has to do with your ascendant and how the world greets you and receives you. That was an eclipse moment. I think that's the other reason why it was so powerful. So that was going to happen. And I also mentioned when we had this new moon in Scorpio, now the sun would be squaring the midheaven because it would be at 4 degrees, and we have Mercury, which is 3 degrees Leo, the midheaven at 10 degrees Leo. This is still part of the interval that I said the next 10 to 12 days. This might have been from the quarter moon, I think it was from the quarter moon, are going to be jolting. There's going to be a lot of change. There's even more reasons why. Tomorrow and Wednesday, the sun is going to come in exact opposition to Uranus. We're going to get another jolt then. But right now, and Mars is, okay, anyway, I can't get ahead of myself. So right now, the moon is about 16 degrees Scorpio. Donald's solar return, the moon was 14 degrees Scorpio. And that solar return had his Aries, I think about Aries 10 was on the ascendant over here. Now that's exactly at the midheaven. That has to do with all the horrible D's, like the destruction, decapitation, danger, debilitated body. That's what gets activated with this new moon. So Donald was off flying to Chicago, whatever he was planning to do, and Nancy handed him a notice. Now he has to react to that. I'm so glad, because when I heard he was in Chicago, I'm like, how can we stop his new moon energies? Well, Pelosi just checked him. So now he has to react to that, on top of which Mercury is going to be retrograding, his ruler. So he's kind of caught off guard with no mojo to get through this new moon in Scorpio for his favor. At this eclipse, he drew the 10 of Swords. The sun now is here. This whole month is 10 of Swords. He's done. He's done. He's burnt out. He's done. And the USA had judgment. He's being judged. He's getting an impeachment procedural vote this week. Isn't that the beautiful beauty of eclipses? So what I wanted to do, I wanted to know Speaker Pelosi. Well, this is her deck. I have this already. I wanted to ask first, see what Speaker Pelosi's, I just wanted to throw a spread on her for her new moon in Scorpio. Yeah, actually, I'm being told do a throw on impeachment, because impeachment is a thought form, it's a life form, it's taking on a life of itself. So impeachment, you have been talked about a lot lately. There's a lot of energy surrounding you, impeachment. There's a procedural vote this Thursday with rules. Impeachment, I want to know how this new moon of Scorpio is going to go. Where do you go this month, impeachment? I should also throw a tarot at the tarot scope. Impeachment, what are you doing this month? Temperance. Look at that face for impeachment. Like, really? We got to go here. He's guilty. Temperance, blending information, getting information together. Oh, are you quite lucky, you say, impeachment, the Wheel of Fortune? You know what? Speaker Pelosi in her hopes, wishes, and dreams has the Wheel of Fortune. Unfortunately, so does MBS in his hopes, wishes, and dreams. But as far as impeachment goes, and Speaker Pelosi is driving the impeachment mobile, this looks rather nice. Okay, so what is covering you, impeachment? What's covering you? This new moon in Scorpio, what's covering you? The Republican Party, the Ten of Cups. Really? What's the challenge, impeachment, this month? Strength. The challenge is strength. Okay, is it the strength of the case? No, it's Russian strength. Because this is why Putin drew the Queen of Wands in this 12th house of secrets and hidden enemies, and that's why MBS drew it in the first. And I don't know what Pelosi picked up on intel, but so their strength is challenged by Speaker Pelosi. What's at the root of impeachment proceedings? The Page of Cups. News, emotional news. Speaker Pelosi has the Page of Cups in the 10th house. This is a whistleblower. This is the whistleblower. It also showed up today, thanks to Trump, as Bags, al-Baghdadi. I can't say it, so we just call him Bags. And then the Page of Cups reverse showed up in the 7th house for Trump, and it showed up in the 6th house of military investigation for MBS. So this Page of Cups, the whistleblower, is quite important to these guys. Okay, so what is crowning you, impeachment? What is crowning you? The Queen of Wands reversed. Delays. So, yesterday in the Tarotstrology, Speaker Pelosi drew on the ascendant the Ace of Wands, which was going to be delays. So the Queen of Wands, she's been delayed, and she's not having any more of it. That's why she said we're going to have this vote. She's not going to be delayed. In the past, what happened to impeachment? Justice. Justice happened. More like injustice. More like, I think this should be like this. Like with the racism, the bias, a corrupt Department of Justice, not having the Mueller report. But they are also talking to the courts and getting their input so that they can get leverage on what they need. And I think they're done with that. They're done with that. They're just going to proceed as they will. And remember, they hired a slew of very talented lawyers they've been working with since the beginning of the year. So they had to cover every single step as far as like notice and being reasonable and exhausting all options so that nothing could be appealed. So they went through the courts, and then the world. They're frustrated with how this is going. It's the ending is not proceeding as they want. So the world ending. So this, the world coming to an end. How do we see you, impeachment? Happening quickly. What's the environment? 5 of Swords, Mafia, Giuliani, man of all of them, all of Donald's lieutenants, everyone who is filing cases, being a pain, who are stalking public citizens, who are servants, who are just behind the scenes just being awful and being uncivil and being thug, like a thugocracy. This is the environment, the fighting. The hope, impeachment, what's the hope? The Queen of Swords will impeach. That's what impeachment says. Oh. What's the fear, impeachment? Heartbreak, betrayal, hearing about the betrayal. Look at these feet on fire again. This is cardinal air, which is Libra. Betrayal, heartache, finding out the very worst of stuff. What's likely to happen? The next steps. Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups. This is all the times that Donald has offered something using his office. Final result, impeachment. We have, I'll make your wishes come true, says impeachment. I'll give you anything you want, even the Trump crime syndicate. Balancing the money. So yeah, so that's happening. Don Julio. Don Julio, you're in Chicago, Chi-Town. Oh, just a minute. Okay, if I didn't turn on the timer, I'm going to burn something. Okay, so, Donald, why are you in Chicago? Nobody likes you. Donald drew the sun. He drew the sun while he's in Chicago. Putin and Erdogan have drawn the sun in the last quarter moon, so that's in his 4th chart. So I don't know what Chicago has to do unless we're looking at Firtash, Dmitry Firtash, because I think they have an extradition case going on, or maybe he's trying to raise some money. Why the heck are you in Chicago, Donald? Do you need something? You need something. You need some help. You really need some help. You're covered in what? Your treason, in your betrayal, your heartache. Yeah. Your challenge is what? Being able to make offers to people. You have nothing to offer. You have nothing to he has nothing to offer. He has nothing to offer. Empty. What's at the root of the reason why you're in Chicago? Because you want to get away with something. Holy crap. You think what are you going to steal here? What are you going to steal? Unless because the 7 Swords was showing up with bags. Because he got money. He got stolen money. That's why he had to commit. Okay. What are you hoping to get away with in Chicago? 5 of Pentacles. Government money. Agency money. Because you are totally done and burnt out. There's no way out about it. You need money to balance, to launder, I'm betting, to signal abroad, hey, I got you. He's here for money to pay off his debts because he can't use agency money anymore. God, dude, just go away. Game's over, dude. Shoo, go away. Okay, what's crowning you while you're in Chicago? Putin. Putin in Chicago. Ew. Because in the past, what happened? Sanctions. Dmitry Firtash. In the future, under investigations. How do we see you in Chicago, Don Julio? Obstruction, fighting, how to rule. This is how he runs government. Just another day. The environment is what? The sun, the revelation. Who is this sun? Who's this sun? What is this sun about? This sun is about what in the environment? This sun is about what? This sun is about emotions, new emotions. Erdogan drew the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Wands in the 9th and 8th houses, shared money. This sun, this has to be Erdogan. USA. Donald. The White House. Government. Obstruction. And debts he has to pay. To steal. Stealing. Stealing from agencies. Who in the world is in Chicago that's going to do that for you? God, what are your connections in Chicago? Because there are some scary people in Chicago as far as that have shown up, like in the Mueller report. What's your hope? Money for bribes, money to pay off some debts. Your fear is what in Chicago? Huh. Trump crime syndicate is in ruins. You won't get your wishes. You won't get what you want. That's pretty bad. Likely to come in Chicago, an offer. You're going to get some money, and the final result is going to be what? Justice. Justice as in Bill Barr justice? Yes, justice as in Bill Barr justice, so that he can keep fighting back. Oh, is this legal fee? Anyway, that's what's going on. Okay, you guys, have a great evening. Please click like and subscribe.